Roger Federer's story is not just about victories. It is the story of elegance, of dominance, and of a love for tennis that may never be seen again. Born in Basel, Switzerland, Federer rose from a young boy with a dream to the Maestro, who redefined how the game could be played. He brought artistry to a sport of power. He brought grace to battles of endurance, and he brought humility to triumphs that seemed impossible. In 2003, the world began to notice. Federer lifted his very first Grand Slam trophy at Wimbledon, but this was not just a new champion. It was the start of a legend. That same year, fans voted him as their favorite, and for the next 19 years in a row, Federer remained the people's choice for nearly 2 decades. No player on earth who could capture hearts the way he did. From 2004 onward, Federer built a fortress of consistency. For 23 consecutive Grand Slam tournaments, stretching from 2004 to 2010, he reached the semifinals. That is 6 years of never missing the last 4. Each slam, each surface, each season, Federer was there, on the biggest stage, when it mattered most. This record remains unmatched, and perhaps untouchable. And if semifinals weren't enough, his quarterfinal streak was even greater. From 2004 to 2013, Federer reached 36 consecutive Grand Slam quarterfinals for 9 years in a row. Fans around the world could trust that when the second week of a major began, Roger Federer would be there. No injury, no slump, just pure excellence, year after year. But Federer wasn't only present, he ruled from 2004 to 2008. He held the World No.1 ranking for 237 consecutive weeks. That's more than 4.5 years without surrendering the throne. In that time, he collected slam after slam, title after title, and rewrote the definition of dominance. Many champions have reached #1, but no one has ruled as long, as steadily, and with such grace. And what made it extraordinary was how he did it. Not just by overpowering opponents, but by outthinking them. Federer's one-handed backhand floated like art on canvas. His forehand was a whip that struck with precision. His serve, smooth and effortless, carried him through pressure. He seemed to glide across the court. Opponents described it as playing against perfection. Even as rivals was Rafael Nadal with unmatched fight, Novak Djokovic with relentless resilience, Federer stood tall. He faced them in countless battles that shaped tennis history. Yet even in defeat, Federer carried himself with humility. 13 times, fellow players honored him with the Sportsmanship Award. That, too, is a record that may never be equaled. To be the most dominant, and at the same time the most respected, is a rare gift. Then came Wimbledon, the cathedral of tennis. Federer lifted the trophy here not once, not twice, but 8 times. No man in history has conquered the grass of London as often. Each final was a masterpiece. Each title a new chapter. His white attire, his graceful movement, and his calm smile turned Wimbledon into his second home. But Federer's greatness was not only measured in numbers, it was in the way he made people feel. He gave hope to fans who believed elegance could still triumph in a sport that was growing faster and more physical. He inspired rivals to push beyond their limits. Nadal once said, "If Federer didn't exist, I wouldn't have been as good." Djokovic, too, admitted Federer set the bar that forced him higher. Federer's legacy grew not just on the court, but off it. He built a reputation for kindness, for giving back, for staying grounded. Even as millions adored him, he became a global ambassador for the sport, a role model for children, a hero to countless fans. And then, after 2 decades of brilliance, the time came for farewell. In 2022, at the Laver Cup, Federer played his final match alongside his greatest rival, Rafael Nadal. Both men cried. The world cried with them. It was not the end of a career, it was the end of an era. But legacies do not end. Records do not fade. Federer may have put down his racket, but his numbers remain like monuments. 20 Grand Slam titles, 8 Wimbledons, 19 fan-favorite awards, 13 sportsmanship honors, 237 weeks at #1, 23 straight semifinals, 36 straight quarterfinals. These are not statistics. These are symbols of what perfection can look like, and perhaps most important of all, Federer leaves behind something greater than trophies. He leaves behind love. Love for tennis. Love from his rivals. Love from the millions who will never forget the way he played, the way he smiled, the way he inspired. Roger Federer's records may stand for 100 years, perhaps for eternity, But his true greatness lies not only in the numbers, but in the way he made tennis feel like art. Roger Federer, eternal,